Hello Virgo, my sexy Virgos. How are you? Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. Yes, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus if it goes there. There is an extended at the end. I'll look into the blind spot of this reading. The link is at the top of the description if you are so inclined. We're starting this week. I've never done this before, but I'm doing it because a song popped into my head for Aquarius when I started the readings this week. I think, well, everyone should get a song. So I do the shuffle. I do a shuffle. And you can, I'm going to tell you, I have a wide variety of all sorts of different stuff. No, none of it is too recent. So I'm going to shuffle my playlist and a song that is from the universe to you. So take it as you will. If you're interested, if it, curious, you can go and see what the lyrics are if it's a song with lyrics. And you did not get a song with lyrics. You got Prelude Opus 28 number 13 from the what is that? Oh, it's scrolling. Relaxation Maestro. The Relaxation Maestro. Preludes Opus 28 number 13. There. That's your song. It's okay. Aries got some. Actually, I think Aries got something from the same album too, like meditation. Calm your mind, Virgo. Calm your mind. Now let's see what the cards have to say to you. Whoa, well, hello. I'm gonna say you are something. You are something. I already know that's you. Thank you. But it's nice when someone tells us. Okay, you're really something. Have I been stroking your egos too much? You can't, no, well, unless it's fake. You don't do that, it's fake. I ain't faking it. I'm telling y'all. You are the sexy Virgo and you are very fruitful. What are you making with the Empress and the Sun here? Wow, I don't know. Patience. That's funny because I just said, what are you making with the Empress and the Sun? And then patience came out. You have all major arcana. Oop. 9 of water. And that is a lovely minor arcana with a 5 of air. I don't want to know why. This card all week. The 5 of air. Oh, the Hermit is sitting behind that. It's funny. This was a message. I can't remember who it was. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it was Aquarius. It was so long ago. But this 5 of air and the Hermit, they didn't come out together, but the story was like something was very difficult. Some sort of communication has been very difficult. And it just got to the point where the best place to go was to close the door and just not be part of it anymore. Which, that's your underline. So that if that's something you've done, that's probably been a really good choice because you've got amazing cards here. Really amazing cards. Wow. Okay, yeah, like I said, you have the Empress and the Sun. This is really like you are just being like so connected, like Earth Goddess energy, Earth God Goddess energy, being so connected to the Earth, being bountiful. You are the bounty. You are the bountiful harvest, and yet you are also the Sun. So you're also wish fulfillment, and you see these things within yourself. You see this within yourself, but you do project that outwardly as well. It's like, I don't know, it literally is like a goddess is risen from a farm field. Like, ooh, look what sprouted up there. Sexy Virgo. And then this takes us to patience in the 9 of water. You have been so patient with your own growth even. You probably don't realize it, or you didn't look at it like that. You didn't look at it like that because it wouldn't have been easy, particularly with this, the 5 of air and the Hermit. So whatever was hard, whatever you were dealing with, looking within And Hermit, that's your card. I kind of forget because it doesn't look like a regular Hermit card, so yeah. You went within to become you, to allow you to come to the surface, is what you did. And that was triggered by something that was difficult. Trying to balance a lot of other people's things. I get that with that card. She's doing all the balancing here. Everyone else flying around having a good time. And it's kind of distracting. I mean, she's hanging on for her life there. I don't know how well there's clouds. She's pretty high. You don't want to fall off that tightrope. And really, to a point, kind of like giving so much of yourself. That's it. I have to exit this. I'm not doing that anymore. And you did the Hermit. You did that. Wonderful. But you did it in a way that, I don't know. I really feel like my watchers are really... I'm attracting like an awesome group of people. It's amazing what y'all are doing. I like it. I don't even like going to a lot of other readers anymore because it's all negative. I'm like, why does it have to be that way? I don't want that. Maybe because I kind of see life like that too. I'm like, you know what? Turn lemons into lemonade. Turn, you're going to get, life's going to suck sometimes. But the experience doesn't have to be who you are. You were just living the experience. It doesn't create who you are. Nah, that's what we're trying to get to here. Because something you experienced was difficult. And you didn't allow the experience to become you. You didn't allow it to change you. Maybe you started to see that it could. You started to recognize shifts in yourself thinking, oh, what is going on here? That shouldn't bother me like that. Or this shouldn't happen. Or I shouldn't really think like that. Or what's going on? I'm going to close the door and go into hermit mode and try to figure this out, right? But that's what's so key. I think that's the kind of energy attracting to the channel, is doing that. It's realizing, you know what? That shitty stuff doesn't have to be my life. It was just what it was. And now, I can't get over this. I just can't. Like, not only are you Mother Earth, but you are kind of the sun too. But being that, think about it, like the plants that are grown in the earth, they need the sun. What is the water? I'm saying, but there's one more thing they need is water. And you've been patient. You're being patient for the water with the Nine of Water. The Nine of Water, oh, she's so hopeful. You've really allowed hope to embrace you. The hope for good things to come. And all the and life sucks. I don't care. I have hope. I have hope. And that it will rain. That there will be rain. Because rain is not just necessarily tears. But it's cleansing. And tears are cleansing too because it releases something that needs to come out. There's that too. And in doing that, you actually can submerge yourself in deep, happy feelings of emotion here. But there's patience involved for the water. It seems like this was easier for you, and probably Virgo being an earth sign, connecting with this Empress energy and allowing the sun to nurture. Allowing your wish fulfillment to nurture you. Kind of having control over your wish fulfillment by allowing it to nurture you instead of chasing it. Allowing the sun to come to you. Working with the earth as Mother Earth energy and knowing that the earth will rotate and the sun will come. You will come to the sun, right? You will come to it without actually trying. Oh, there's more cards to come out too. Funny, Temperance, which is what Patience card is, number 14. King of Pentacles. You are, yeah, like you're holding on. You got it going on. You got it going on. Wow, you guys are pulling out a lot of major arcana. So, you know, and if you're new to watching tarot, that means you're really doing something significant here. Yeah, you are. Wow, you guys are amazing. I really want to say, you're so amazing. The 10 of Cups at the bottom. I want to say you're so amazing because the 9 of Water and the 5 of Pentacles, I feel like you've done that. You've been there. You've had it. You've nothing into everything. How do you turn the 5 of Pentacles into the 9 of Cups? Because the 5 of Pentacles is going through a point of feeling so disappointed and so defeated and so locked out from what we associated ourselves with. Whether that's family, friends, work, however, community, a church, it could be anything. And just feeling abandoned, feeling left behind, feeling like you don't have a home. But finding yourself in the 9 of Cups. It can take some people a lifetime. Some people never even reach the 9 of Cups. Because the 9 of Cups is realizing, oh hey, I'm actually the only person responsible for my happiness, right? And that's easy to say, but it's not easy to achieve. And it isn't to say either. I don't want to, because, you know, there can be people that are always happy all the time. That's not healthy either, because they're probably faking it. I mean, unless they're just on something. Because you can still be the 9 of Cups, but, you know, someone that you love passes away. And you still need time to recover. You still need time to go through the process of mourning. But you were able to work through it, and you were able to still feel connection with yourself and even those that you've lost. Like, it's really, it's a deeper part of your experience, the 9 of Cups. Like, you can be the 9 of Cups and be the Hermit. So that's what I want to say. You could be the 9 of Cups and the Hermit. Let's say you have had some sort of loss, like someone that you really care about is gone. And it does, you know, it doesn't matter how 9 of Cupsy you are. If it's someone that you're really close to, and even if you still know that you can still feel them in the afterlife, there's still things you miss. Like my grandfather, I was so close to him, but I look at pictures of him and he had such big bare paw hands. And I loved his hands. I would do anything to feel his hands again, right? But yet you still feel connected to them. So you can still have, you know, the need, the desire to go back and to pull away from things. I need to pull away from things. I need to make sure that I'm okay, that I'm dealing with this in a proper way. Because when you come out again, you're the 9 of Cups, you know. You still always feel that little bit of loss, but it's still a beautiful day. There's still beautiful things to be happy and appreciative for, right? It's like the 9 of Cups. So many times lately, though, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir with you guys. Okay. Temperance and the Empress. And the Empress. The Empress. Maybe that's what you've created. You've created something new. You've created Empress. I love it. That's my Gemini rising. You've created Empress. I'm making new words. You have created Empress. You have combined patience and growth with fertility. And when I say fertility, I mean creating pretty much creating something from nothing. Creating abundance from a tiny little seed. Creating a dream, creating reality from a dream, right? Like making that. But making that Empress is doing that, working with cycles, working with balance in yourself. It's almost like it naturally occurred. You weren't even really striving for it. And that's probably the healthiest way to get most things. You weren't actually striving for that. You were striving for the foundation of that without knowing it. You didn't know what building would be created on top of that foundation, but you were striving for a foundation in a way. And that foundation was this balance in energies, was balancing what it is that I wish for myself and allowing the unknown to play out before me and finding peace in that. Temperance was the foundation. Temperance was the goal, but you surpassed it not realizing that you were creating a foundation for something to grow on top of that, which was Empress. So you created, I said it again, Empress. It's so crazy. There, I made a new word today in the tarot, Empress. Creating, working on the foundation of balance and harmony and alchemizing energy and emotions around you. That was your purpose. But you reached the Empress, the Empress. You created Empress. I know somebody who's in a sour mood is going to go, what are you talking about? You're such an idiot. Just waiting for you to come into the comments, these people. I do. They really, I find that they cause the fire within me to, it's like that little bit of air. The fire. See, but these are the people that really need to listen to this, because I feel like you guys have got it. You guys have got it. So the Sun and the King of Pentacles, you're taking, see, this is what you want. This is, whether you know it or not, the universe is taking you towards what is meant for you. Let's say that, because you've done Empress. You've done the Empress energy, and you are moving yourself towards what your deeper self truly desires, which is a really great stability and balance. And it is an energy of achievement with the King of Pentacles. There is an energy of achievement with the King of Pentacles, because this person has had to work very hard for what they've achieved. They really have. They've often had to kind of start from the bottom and work their way up and slug through it. And by doing that, they've learned a lot of lessons along the way. And they can now apply that to their life. But they're also, I like to say the King of Pentacles has a lot of answers. And they'll answer them. If you've got questions, the King of Pentacles is the person to go to. Because they have the experience, they have the practical experience around them in life. So you are someone who's going to have a lot of answers. You can help other people too. This is going to be part of what you do. What you will be doing moving forward is helping other people. And look at the patience. The patience and the justice. I wonder if I can make a word out of those two. Do you see the face of the reflection below in the justice card? She doesn't look... It's a little weird. She's effort. It's not the, yeah. I'm trying to kind of come up with what that emotion is, because the emotion above is just finding peace, and I feel like the emotion below, she's kind of doing this with her mouth. It almost feels like breath. So there's something here, like there's some sort of balance coming within. And this is part of the temperance, because it's patience, which is temperance in the other tarots. And it is about, temperance is about being patient here. Breathing through cycles. If there's nothing else you can do in a cycle except breathe and maintain yourself, that's what you do, you know? And that's not easy, because sometimes we feel like we always need to take action in a cycle. We always need to do something in a cycle. Whereas, you know, inaction is also action. And the breath. It's almost also exhaling what may have been, if you've been holding your breath, like if you hold your breath because you're anxious or you're watching a movie, right, was very suspenseful, and you have to catch yourself and you're like, why was I so, like, why do I feel dizzy and out of... Or, you know, a movie where someone is going underwater and they gotta go rescue someone, and you're like, you start to get dizzy. Come up for air. It's because you're so, you're holding your breath too. Release. Release the breath and allow yourself to flow with the cycle. Allow yourself to be outside of the chaos that exists around you too, because being submersed in that movie and holding your breath with the actor down in the water, that's kind of like allowing yourself to get pulled into a situation. You don't know, you just need to be an observer. You don't need to be pulled into this. Aha. You don't need to be pulled into this, right? You can just be the observer. You can look out the peephole in the door. You don't need to. You don't need to. And that's part of achieving the patience, the temperance energy, so you can make Empress. Oh, we already talked about this, right? We already talked about that. So let's do some little clarifyings. I really love this Temperance and the Empress. Sometimes, you know, I want to pull cards. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, can the cards really say much more from when you pull in a deep message like that? But let's see. The Temperance and the Empress energy. The King of Cups. Temperance and Empress. All I get is Empress. Wow, the King of Wands. Oh, we have 3 kings here. What is the counterpart to the Empress but the Emperor? Oh, see, it's unknown. You still have, oh, you have one more thing to achieve. I'm like, there's got to be a reason for this reading except just telling you, you're doing so great. You're doing so great. Because as a tarot reader, I kind of feel like it is my job to kind of give you guys some kind of information about, you know, what to think about in yourself to continue moving forward. Are you guys getting so far ahead? There's nothing left to tell you. Okay, you got the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Look at this. This is a wonderful indicator of balance. The kings are about control too. Having control in what it is that king represents. And Temperance. What a wonderful example of that, of the control, of not allowing yourself to be part of the holding your breath or the anxiety. If the people around you are anxious, if people around you are kind of anxious or uptight, you don't need to be part of that. And these are 2 of my favorite kings, because the water is the feelings, the emotions, the love. The King of Wands is all about passion and desire and creativity and sparks and initiating and going after what you want. It's like passion and love, right? Is that not the best? So it's balancing these energies, and having control over them has transmuted that energy into something internal, which has created this blossoming effect within you. So there's one more thing to do, and it absolutely makes sense. You need to fight through some unknown thing here. You need to fight through. Use your intuition. And you're moving into a Queen of Pentacles energy. And that makes so much sense because you had the Sun with the King of Pentacles. Right? You had the Sun with the King of Pentacles. So I'm hearing you really have probably mastered most of the elements of life here, the elements within you, to get to this Empress energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the last step, which is who you are the most. Who had this? Somebody had this. I think it was in an extended though. So weird. Somebody else had this. They're becoming the Empress. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you guys are so amazing. But it was the Pentacle. And I think it was Taurus. Because I remember thinking, what I'm about to say to you is, isn't it funny? Because you would think that the first one you would have mastered was the element that you represent. The Pentacle. However, it is the last element. Maybe you sat as, you know, earlier in your lifetime, the element in that, how you sat in your element was more like maybe the Knight of Pentacles. You took so much time planning and strategizing everything that it could take forever to get to where you wanted to go. And then kind of sometime by the time you get there, the opportunity or the situation has changed so much that the original plan doesn't really apply to it anymore. So there could have been disappointment sometimes, like feeling like you missed that. Or I should have maybe acted a little faster. Or, you know what, I think my plan was all right. I just should have taken faster action or more leadership in my life to get myself there. Because you've mastered the other elements here. And the last one here. Now you're in the Queen of Pentacles and you are moving into this King of Pentacles. I like to look at the difference between these two. The Queen and King of Pentacles, because the difference can be very subtle. Out of all of the suits, these two, the King, Queen of Pentacles, the difference can be very, very subtle. Because the Queens are about action and the Kings are about controlling what it is that they represent. Having that control within yourself. So the Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, outwardly nurturing, right? Nurturing those around her or him. It's just an energy. Nurturing those around you. I want to say doling out what needs to be doled out to create abundance with others and in yourself. Now the King, I feel like the King is almost like a more of a self-nurturing. Self-nurturing so that there is a strength there. I kind of see the King of Pentacles as a bit of a protector energy, because nurturing and protecting are two different things. I mean, the outcome can be the same when they're applied, but they are two different things. So it is learning to nurture it is going from nurturing others to learning to nurture yourself here to become the true King of Pentacles, because the King will hold back. So you will learn to recognize situations and circumstances where nurturing others will not be beneficial to you. It will be detrimental to you, and that's not your job, right? That's kind of what I feel there. That's where you're going here and about to become the Empress. I'm really curious about the Justice card. This, she's Justice. Oh, there's the last King. Wow. Oh, the King of Pentacles came out. Oh, wow. What's going on here? What order did this come out? Gosh. Yeah, you're really mastering stuff here. So the very first card that came out was the King of Swords. So having all the kings out, that just says that, like, that's an emperor energy. And look at, she holds the sword. You are learning to, this is the control, right? You don't need to nurture everyone who comes towards you for nurturing. Sometimes it's up to other people to learn to nurture themselves. And you're going to recognize that. And then with the King of Swords and the Justice card, you will understand truth very clearly here. Kind of both sides of any discussion or any story. Even if that includes yourself, which is a very, very high level of thinking and understanding. Because you have to push your ego to the side to be able to do that. But also again, seeing where truth and information is not always necessarily needed to be given. Because the King of Swords can play his cards pretty close to his chest. I would never say that the King of Swords would lie to you, because he is all about truth and honesty and clarity. But you have to ask him the right questions. And he may choose to answer those or not. I feel like that. So, then you get the Star, the Chariot, the Two of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. I kind of feel like this whole story is about learning to move towards expressing emotions. And it's using the water. Because that was the last thing that was needed here to create growth. You had the fertile soil, you had the seeds, you have the sun, and you've created that here. The only thing left was the water. And there's the Queen of Cups, and you're the Nine of Water from this Five of Pentacles energy. I was going to say, what is at the bottom? But the Hermit card. See? You are you and all you. Your energy is really coming into a wonderful alignment. Oh my goodness. Such deep messages. Oh gosh. Thank you, Virgo. Sexy Virgos. You're doing great, guys. Keep it up. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.